Scriptures say if you like the stomach is divided as per the world is divided by the great masters. Earth, water, air, and space. This is how, or earth, water, space. Air is in the space. Fire is what cooks the food in the belly. So, so if you have one third of your stomach with food, and then water, and then space. But today people say that water should not be taken along with food because it affects digestion. So no problem. Let us say one third of the stomach food each time. This is number one. It's very good because this is part of your physical existence. Now, this is about the quantity of consumption, one third of stomach. Secondly, when will you consume? What the scriptures say is that our stomach is active along with the outside time. The time means it becomes alive when the sun rises, ready for action. And it shuts down when the sun sets. That you can see in the birds and the natural beings outside. They close the show and they return back to their homes, treetops or nests when the sun sets. They wake up and start moving when the sun rises. So that is exactly the right time for consumption. Sunrise to sunset. After that, whatever you consume gets stored. When it's stored, you become heavy. So eventually that causes various complications, blockages of energy. All those things are connected to storages and blockages. So the right time to eat, sunrise to sunset. And what kind of food is good for you? The food which has maximum energy. Minimal food, maximum energy. So that would be vegetables or the materials which has connected to the sun, directly received the sun rays. That stores maximum energy. So as raw as you can, because cooking sometimes takes away some of the energy. So as raw as you can and as minimal as you can, so that your energy level is never affected. You're always alert and aware. So as yogis, you need to be very alert and very aware and also not be distracted by the things around you. So any food which really sucks all your energy to your stomach for digestion is not very good for a yogi. It might be very good for a boogie because a terrestrial man, a terrestrial person whose main purpose of birth is eating. For that it's okay. But for a yogi whose main purpose is to experience higher awareness, your stomach should be relatively light. And we can feel that when you wake up early in the morning, like the right time to practice or the best time, the most subtlest, most vibrant time is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's the time, best time conducive for any practice. Memorization, practice, chanting, meditation. All these are extremely powerful between 3 and 6 a.m. Then the day becomes denser, becomes more and more dense. That time you have to put more effort to practice. But in 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., less effort and you will have more practice. And then the time when the day becomes denser, it might be a good idea to have more energy through less food and the right food. So this is to be experienced. You will know some food keeps you energetic. Some food drains you. So you will start knowing. And for me, it was a personal choices. When it was all personal choices started changing. As I meditated more and I was deeper and deeper into silence, my choice of food became different. Some food I could not even eat afterwards. Even if they offer me, I would say, I don't know, I don't need it. Same with alcohol. I could not drink after a while. So spontaneously things drop off. As your energy level goes higher, Spontaneously, your habits also change. This is automatic. You don't have to do anything to drop anything. But to reach that stage where, for stability's sake, if you do not consume food which are heavy by nature or violence behind it, that would stabilize your energy much longer, more stable. And if you have read the autobiography of Avadoda, many days there was no food for him. Because sometimes when you are deep in your practices, you may not get time to, you may not even think about eating. But on a daily basis, if you do not eat after, if you give your stomach some kind of a rest for at least 12 hours, automatically it will start healing you. It will heal your body by itself because body has that power. So I would say 12 hours empty stomach is a good idea. Empty stomach means no food. You can have water. Water is always good. But no food. Water means water, not tea or coffee or juice or something. You know? So if there is a gap in time, like I normally, because I can't keep time, I'm in different country very often. So it's not easy to follow the exact time in one. So I normally use a standard 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I can consume, and after 6 p.m. I don't eat anything. So that then 12 hours. Otherwise, it's very difficult for me. Different country, different time zone. It's not easy to cope with all that. But that fasting has a lot of effect. Now you must have heard about autophagy. One Japanese scientist got Nobel Prize for that. That simply it is controlled fasting. Controlled fasting means it's monitored. You're not just fasting, just like that. I practiced this few times. And it reverses diabetes, it reverses cancer, so many things. Because cancer cells need food. Fasting does not suit cancer. So when you are fasting, cancer cells die or they get rejected. So autophagy is a very powerful system. Controlled fasting means you are actually gradually increasing fasting. Not one day you stop eating. Because that's a shock for the body. Body which is used to food, one day you stop, body doesn't know what to do. So it has to be gradual and controlled. And these places, they check your urine every day to check your sugar level, etc. And if you are not able to cope, then they will give you food. And then you reduce it to a state where no food. And you stay no food for some time. Zero food. No water also, no food. That means you don't even go to toilet. And then slowly increase. So it's like a curve. You drop down to certain level, no food for some time, then you pick up and go back to the old or whichever level you want to. And that immediately gives a transformation in the system. Because then the body is not shocked. So I never recommend any method which shocks your body. Because that gives trauma, that sometimes gives a psychological effect also. Some people become too scared. I mean, sometimes in some life, if they had experienced poverty, all those memories come out. Then they become scared. I never recommend that. I always tell everything, let it be natural, let it be gradual, and love your body. See, if you love one person, love yourself. This is very important. Take care of yourself. Because this is very important. Not that be selfish. Take care of yourself properly. Then it helps you. Because you have only one person whom you can rely on in life. You.